Hello, Brigid here from Rooted Sky Homestead. Today we are meeting black locust. Black locust flowers bloom in early spring, and they're one of those plants that you have to keep your eye on them because one day they're in a tight bud and then the next the entire tree explodes with blossoms. So wherever you're residing, if you have black locust in your local flora, keep an eye out for it. It sometimes gets confused with acacia, but as you can see here, I've taken numerous photographs of the flowers. That's what we'll be working with. The leaves are also usable, so are the seed pods and the bark. But today I'm only focusing on the flowers. So first I went gathering them. I always try to forage ethically and mindfully. So I did not overtax the tree by taking too many of the flower bundles. And then I brought them home and I slowly started peeling them off of the stem. The next thing I did is I began to warm water, not boiling, just steeping, because I wanted to create an infusion of the flower essence in the water. I also got out raw honey because I wanted to create a black locust honey. So we have two preparations here. The first one is going to be the black locust flowers and honey. It's very simple. Make sure that the flowers are dry, that they're gathered later in the day and not when there's still morning dew, because whenever you're working with honey and plant material, you want it to be as dry as possible so that it doesn't create mold. So I filled a 4-ounce mason jar. It was cleaned and prepared for this use, and so I took the flowers and I added in the raw honey, and I used a chopstick to move the flowers around and make sure that the honey covered everything. And I put that off to the side in the pantry. It will take about 6 to 8 weeks before I pour everything off and then just use the honey going forward. The second process is I took lemon, the black locust flowers, and warm water. And I put that in a 1/2 gallon mason. And what I did is I left the infusion to sit for about 3 days. And then I poured off the black locust flowers and the lemon and put them into smaller mason jars, the 4-ounce and the 2-ounce. I added that infusion to bubble water. If you like San Pellegrino or Perrier, LaCroix, the unflavored ones, just plain bubble water. And it was very delicious, number one. And number two, it also helped to keep my lymphatic system clear. It's more of like a diuretic, so you want to drink it with that in mind. You don't want to be guzzling this all day or you could dehydrate yourself. A couple of the other benefits of this flower. So it really helps with the production, like the movement of your bile, the flow of your bile. It is a diuretic. It can also be considered a purgative, meaning that you might notice a little bit of nausea if you drink too much of it. It can also be used to help with sore throats. Like if you make a black locust tea, you can help sore throats, bronchitis, asthma. It also helps with spasms. So when you think about your body, if it's working really, really, really hard, this would be a nice addition to kind of smooth things out and slow things down, so that you're not having that spasmodic response. You can also cook the flowers. There are some people that will make fritters out of them. As I said, you can gather the leaves and use them dried or fresh in a tea. And I've never worked with the seed pods or the bark. That might come later down the road, but I really do enjoy having black locust honey throughout the year, as well as the infusion, just to kind of kick things off for the spring and really get everything that may have been stagnant in my body moving. I think of the black locust, how it works with the body system similarly to thistle and dandelion. They really are movers and clearers, like cleaning you out, clearing you out, getting you ready for the long growing season ahead. So, thank you, and wherever you are and however you are, I hope today's treating you well.